Justin Tafili, tips to break habit where you eat for mouth pleasure even though you're full. Yeah, stop eating. That's a stupid answer. You eat for mouth pleasure. You're probably, well, it depends on what you're eating. If you're eating crappy foods, then it's much more challenging. You're going to overeat. This has been studied ad nauseum. If you're eating junk foods, your body doesn't get the proper signals. Your body doesn't get the proper signals to the hypothalamus. You don't really know when you're full. You think you're still hungry when you're not hungry. You can consume more calories because they are processed, so your body doesn't have this. There's no fiber and things like that. There's no real bulk or nutrition, so your body just gets a lot of this like sugar and just grains without actually having nutrient density. So it depends on what kind of foods you're eating. But if you're eating a lot more protein and fat, you'll be more full. And don't keep shit around your house. If you're in your house and you're thinking, "Oh, I keep on going for the junk food," why do you have that in your house? That's your problem. Everyone thinks like that's you. Everyone thinks that you're going to be able to keep this shit in your fucking house and not eat it. You're stupid. You're lying to yourself. Stop being a fucking moron. Get that shit out of your house. Seriously. If it's in your house, you're gonna eat it at some point. Well, I don't want to waste it because I bought it. Bullshit fucking lying excuse. You just want to eat it. Well, I bought all this junk food, but once I go through it all, then I'll start eating healthy. Sure. Right. Because all that extra time compounding your addiction. Sure. Yeah. I love those excuses. Well, I'll finish all this food because I bought it. I don't want to waste it. Sell it, give it away, donate it. Go get some real fucking food. If it's in your house, you're going to eat it. Get it out of your way. Don't put yourself in those situations and get out of your fucking house. Oh, I wish I could have some, I don't know. What I'm going to eat. What would I eat? I wish I had some Coca-Cola. Well, I don't have it, so fuck me. Oh, God. I completely don't want to eat that. Disgusting. Yeah, give them to the homeless. Yeah, let's poison the homeless. I know it's really a lose-lose. You don't really want to give. Yeah, I feel guilty giving away shitty food. It's like, oh, I'm giving away shitty food to people. But if you don't have anything, yeah. Get that food out of your fucking. People think they're going to be able to maintain it. I'll be able to handle it. Oh, I'll have willpower. Willpower doesn't work when you have someone constantly knocking down your door. Think about this, right? Think about it as like a Viking show, all right, or Game of Thrones when they have those boosh, when they're trying to break down the castle doors, boosh, and they have the big dragon that's like boosh, or Lord of the Rings, and they're just a battering ram. If you have it at a low level all the time, that's your willpower. That's the temptation, and then your willpower. You might be able to go, if you're at a friend's house or you're at work and someone brings in donuts or someone exposed, you might be like, oh no, I'm good. That's cool. And then that one time goes on, you go back to work or you leave the house. You only needed to turn up that fire or just make that decision one time. No, I'm good. Or you ate before you went, right? It's all habits. If you go somewhere hungry and they have junk food, you are really going to be tempted to eat it because you made a bad decision. It's your fault still. You're just putting yourself in a bad environment and you didn't prepare. So why do you, right? You didn't have to do this thousands of years ago. You didn't have to worry about it. If you had a chance to get food, you ate food. Now we have all this junk in our faces all the time, and it confuses people and makes us think that, oh, we're supposed to eat all the time. Oh, just because it's there, I can have that. That's not what we're supposed to be exposed to. We're not supposed to be this confined with each other. We're hunters and gatherers. We're supposed to be more spread out. We're supposed to be more connected with nature, but now we're not. We're completely unplugged. And these artificial environments with all this shit around us, it's just not what we should be fucking our faces with all the time. Just because it's ubiquitous doesn't mean that it's good for us. This shit is very recent. You just don't know any different because you grew up with it like this. You go back 100 fucking years, it was nothing like this. 200 years, nothing like this. 300 years, get the fuck out of here. 400 fucking years. It's like 5 or 6 lifetimes. The country didn't even exist. 400 years, 1700s. Where's the fucking McDonald's? Where's the Taco Bell? Where's the nowhere? Nowhere. You see how fucked up that is? Yeah, our bodies have just adapted so much in 400 fucking years. Evolution takes hundreds of thousands of years. Hundreds of thousands of years. So, You just don't know any different, and you don't read your history, and you don't think critically for yourself. We are in an artificial environment, man-made. This is not, now I'm not saying, look, maybe you go 100,000 years into the future, the human body will adapt over time. Like, why do you think so many people are sick and dying today? Because this environment that we just dropped, it's literally like a time warp. You just dropped all these ancient bodies into this new type of eating and food and no movement. Yeah, and people are dropping dead like crazy. Maybe over 100,000 years, all those weaker genetics will die off. It's natural selection. It's natural selection. I don't want people to die, but they do every day and they continue to. And that's what this is, natural selection. So you either have to step off to the side of this fucking ridiculous roller coaster, start taking your health into your own hands, unplug from the mainstream narrative and the bullshit, think for yourself. Otherwise, you're going to get rolled up in this fucking experimental food and drug and that whole cycle that is killing people in every kind of way. Take it out, step off to the side. That's all it is. Step off to the side, critically thinking. People don't want to think for themselves because it takes a little time and effort. And then you actually have to look at the truth and, oh my God, you actually have to see things the way they are, but that would be scary. That would mean that you need to take responsibility. That would mean that everything isn't all cushy like you think it is. That would mean that what daddy government tells you isn't always the truth. Oh my God. Yeah, think for yourself. Don't be a fucking sheep. Think for your fucking self. And most people don't.